biblical mysteries and hidden codes that the church concealed. The night was dense. The wind cut through the narrow streets of a city forgotten by time. In an ancient library, hidden among dusty shelves, a scroll lay untouched for centuries. Its worn-out markings held a secret that few had dared to decipher. What if I told you that within the Bible, there are mysteries so profound that they were deliberately hidden? What has the church never revealed? And why were certain texts erased from history? These questions echo like whispers of a forbidden truth, one that challenges everything we think we know. But the truth always finds a way to emerge. And today, you will gain access to revelations that have been silenced for centuries. How many answers might be hidden right before our eyes? The Bible, one of the most widely read books in human history, contains not only stories and teachings but also codes, prophecies, and hidden messages that only the most observant can perceive. Many believe that certain truths were removed, concealed, censored. But why? Who would have an interest in keeping this information in the dark? The answer may lie in lost documents, erased passages, or even in how certain scriptures have been interpreted over the centuries. If these revelations were to come to light, they could forever change the way we understand spirituality and the future. But before we move forward, tell me, have you ever felt like something is missing? That there are missing pieces in this great puzzle? If so, then you are in the right place. Here, we will explore the biblical mysteries that challenge traditional knowledge, the hidden codes that have been kept secret, and the forgotten prophecies that may be unfolding right before our eyes. And to make sure you don't miss any of these discoveries, subscribe to the channel now, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments. We want to know, which biblical mystery intrigues you the most? Your participation is essential for us to continue unveiling these hidden revelations. Now, prepare yourself. What you are about to discover may challenge your deepest beliefs. But remember, every truth goes through three phases. First, it is ridiculed, then it is fought against, and finally, it is accepted as self-evident. We stand on the threshold of this change. And what lies ahead may be the greatest mystery ever revealed. How these hidden codes can change everything. There is something unsettling about the way certain patterns appear in the Bible. Letters that seem random, words that mysteriously repeat, numbers that surface at critical moments. Could this all be mere coincidence? Or was a code intentionally placed there? Many believe that these hidden messages were not written by chance but were left as keys for those who know how to decipher them. But what if these codes were not just messages for the future? What if they revealed something about the present? About your life? Imagine spending years looking at the same page without realizing that something had been hidden there all along. The idea that there are concealed secrets in the Bible is not new. For centuries, Jewish rabbis have spoken of hidden patterns in the Torah. Words that, when read in a specific way, reveal astonishing messages. Many mathematicians have studied the sacred texts and found an enigmatic pattern. At specific letter intervals, new words emerge, as if the Bible had been written with encoded messages embedded within the scriptures themselves. Some of these messages seem to describe historical events, such as the rise and fall of empires, natural disasters, and even recent occurrences. But if this is real, why does no one talk about it? And the most intriguing question remains, who left these messages there? Imagine spending your entire life trapped in a dark maze. You wander without direction, believing there is no way out. But suddenly, on a wall that once seemed ordinary, you notice a subtle mark. To those who do not know what to look for, it is just an insignificant detail. But to those who understand the signs, it is the key. That is how the hidden codes in the Bible work. They are not there by accident. They are clues, clues that point to something far greater. The question is, why can only a few see them? What happens when you begin to notice patterns where you once saw only ordinary words? And most importantly, what do you do with this knowledge? Many believe that these codes are not just meant to be discovered. They are a warning, a calling for those who are ready to see beyond the surface. What happens when you start deciphering the secrets hidden within the scriptures? And what if your life is at exactly the right moment for you to understand this now? Some say that these codes do not just reveal future events. They unveil profound spiritual truths, truths that can completely redefine your understanding of faith, destiny, and purpose. But is everyone ready for this revelation? Or only those who truly seek the truth? Did the Church know this all along? For centuries, the Church has been the guardian of sacred texts, manuscripts, scrolls, codices. Many of these documents have passed through the hands of scholars, scribes, and religious leaders. But has everything that was discovered truly been shared with the world? What if part of this knowledge was deliberately hidden? We are not just talking about apocryphal books or forbidden texts. We're talking about something much deeper: codes, patterns, and messages that have always been in the scriptures but are only now beginning to be deciphered. If these codes were there all along, how did no one notice them before? Or did they notice and choose to keep this secret from the masses? Throughout history, discoveries have been made and then kept in secrecy. Take, for example, the Dead Sea Scrolls, found in isolated caves. These texts contain passages that challenge traditional interpretations of the Bible. But what few people know is that some of these scriptures mention numerical patterns and cryptic references about humanity's future. Many of these findings were suppressed, revealed only to a select circle of scholars. What if the hidden codes in the Bible are more than just an academic curiosity? What if they contain answers about events yet to come? And more importantly, why does the Church not speak about this openly? History is full of moments where knowledge was controlled. In the Middle Ages, only a select group had access to the Bible. The common people depended on the clergy's words to understand the scriptures. Many times, those who tried to interpret the Bible on their own were persecuted. Now, imagine if certain religious leaders knew about the existence of these codes. Would they share this knowledge with the world, or would they use it to maintain control? What would happen if people discovered that the Bible holds information that could completely change their understanding of faith, history, and destiny? But here is the most unsettling question. If these codes truly reveal future events, as many believe, does this mean something is being covered up? Something that could challenge everything we've been taught about the role of the Church, about how we interpret the scriptures, and even about what is about to happen in the world. If these codes truly contain predictions about the end times, then the truth may be far greater than we ever imagined. Did the Church always know but choose to wait for the right moment to reveal it? Or was this truth deliberately hidden so it would never be known? What do these codes reveal about the future? If the Bible contains hidden messages, what exactly do they say about the future? This question has intrigued scholars and theologians for centuries. Over the years, researchers have analyzed sacred texts in search of patterns and clues pointing to future events. And the most astonishing discovery: many of these findings seem to align with real-world events. Wars, global crises, shifts in the world's political structure. Could all of this have already been encoded in the scriptures thousands of years ago? But if these revelations are concealed, why haven't they been widely disclosed? And more importantly, who would have an interest in keeping them secret? Some believe that the hidden codes in the Bible do more than just predict events. They reveal a detailed plan for humanity. Using methods like the Bible Code, which searches for mathematical patterns within ancient texts, scholars claim to have found references to wars, natural disasters, and even technological advancements, long before they occurred. Words like twin towers, pandemic, and even specific dates have been discovered within these codes. Coincidence? Or proof that the Bible holds secrets that challenge our understanding of time? If this is true, what other prophecies are still hidden between the lines of Scripture? Even more intriguing is the fact that these codes seem to point to a period of great global transformation. Some scholars believe we are approaching a critical moment, a turning point in human history. Could this be the time described as the beginning of sorrows? And if what is written in the scriptures is not just a warning, but an actual script of events yet to come? Many biblical prophecies have already been fulfilled with astonishing accuracy, but do the hidden codes reveal details we have yet to realize? What else is buried in these ancient pages, waiting for the right moment to be uncovered? The Church's silence regarding these codes raises even more questions. If these messages truly indicate an inevitable fate, why are they not openly discussed? What would happen if people discovered that the future has already been written? Would there still be room for free will, or would everything be predetermined? The truth may be far greater than we can imagine, and with each new code deciphered, we move closer to a revelation that could change everything. The lost key to deciphering biblical mysteries. If hidden messages exist within the Bible, where is the key to decipher them? Throughout history, countless attempts have been made to uncover secret patterns within the sacred texts. From ancient rabbis to modern scientists, many have sought to understand whether a divine code is concealed behind the words we read. But what few realize is that this key may have been deliberately hidden. The reason. If everyone had access to these revelations, the impact could be devastating. But who concealed this knowledge, and why was it reserved for only a select few? Jewish tradition speaks of something called the hidden Torah, which suggests that every letter in the Bible carries a profound and interconnected meaning. Kabbalists believe that certain divine names, when combined in specific ways, unlock knowledge that transcends human understanding. This implies that there is a specific method to interpreting the scriptures, but only those initiated into these mysteries could comprehend it. What if this key still exists? What if the codes that speak of the future could be read clearly by those who knew where to look? The most astonishing revelation is that, in recent times, algorithms have been used to attempt to decode the Bible's hidden patterns. In 1994, researchers discovered what became known as the Bible Code, a system that revealed names, events, and even dates embedded within the sacred texts. But this discovery was quickly dismissed by mainstream scholars. Why? What was at stake if people realized that humanity's greatest secrets were hidden within the oldest recorded pages? Did the church and religious institutions have a vested interest in keeping this knowledge restricted to a select few? If this key truly exists, is it accessible to everyone, or only to those who are truly seeking? Biblical mysteries have never been deeper or more enigmatic than they are now. With every new study, more pieces of this puzzle emerge, revealing a picture far larger than we ever imagined. But something is still missing. What would happen if we finally uncovered this key? Would we be ready to understand everything the Bible truly has to say? The connection between the codes and the fate of humanity. If the hidden codes in the Bible truly exist, could they reveal the fate of humanity? And more importantly, is there something we have yet to discover, something that could change the course of history? For centuries, scholars and theologians have believed that the scriptures do not merely record the past but also predict the future. If this is true, what do these codes say about what is yet to come? And what if we are closer to the end than we ever imagined? The Bible is filled with prophecies that have been fulfilled with astonishing accuracy: the rebirth of Israel, the fall of empires exactly as described, and even modern events that seem to follow a pre-written script. But what few people realize is that behind these prophecies lie encoded patterns that may indicate what happens next. Researchers who have studied these codes have found words mysteriously interconnected, as if an intelligence beyond our comprehension meticulously designed a grand plan. Does this mean that our destiny is already sealed? Or is there a path that can still be altered? If these codes truly point to the future, why do so few people talk about them? Many believe that religious institutions and global powers prefer to keep these secrets hidden. After all, what would happen if everyone knew exactly what was about to unfold? Would fear and uncertainty take over? Or would people seek the truth like never before? Some claim that the key to deciphering the world's final events has already been found, but is being deliberately kept from public knowledge. Are we prepared to face this revelation? If everything is already written, do we have any control over our destiny? Or are we merely following a predetermined path, unaware that every step we take was calculated millennia ago? The hidden codes may hold answers that challenge our very understanding of reality. But are we ready to see beyond what we have been taught? If there is something in the Bible that speaks directly about our time, wouldn't it be our responsibility to seek understanding? And what if this truth has been right in front of us all along, waiting for someone to finally see it? What is coded about the apocalypse? The apocalypse has always been shrouded in mystery. For centuries, scholars have tried to decipher its cryptic messages. But what if the hidden codes in the Bible contain precise instructions about what is to come? What if, instead of mere metaphors, a mathematical pattern is embedded within the sacred texts, revealing dates, events, and even the key figures involved in the end times? Recent discoveries suggest that there is far more to this prophecy than we ever imagined. Researchers using advanced cryptographic techniques on the scriptures have uncovered names, locations, and events connected to the apocalypse, hidden in sequences too precise to be coincidences. Words like war, famine, new order, fall of nations, and mark appear in cross-referencing patterns within both the Old and New Testaments. These very same terms were recorded in John's prophetic vision. But if these codes truly predict the future, what do they reveal about what is yet to come? The prophecy speaks of the rise of a global government, a powerful figure who will deceive the nations, lulling the world into a false sense of peace before destruction begins. Could the hidden code suggest that this figure is already being prepared? Are we already living at the dawn of this prophesied era? What once seemed distant now feels disturbingly familiar. The rapid advancement of technology, the control of information, and the gradual erosion of personal freedoms all align perfectly with the warnings written thousands of years ago. If all of this is truly unfolding, why do so few people recognize it? The truth may be hidden in plain sight, disguised as progress and modernity. But those who can see beyond the veil know that something far greater is at stake. What if the Bible's hidden codes were left as a final warning? What if we are closer to the end than we ever imagined? Perhaps the scriptures were never just an ancient book. Perhaps they have always been a coded map, waiting for humanity to decipher it before it is too late. The last code that has yet to be revealed. For centuries, the Bible has been a book of mysteries and hidden messages. Great scholars and researchers have devoted their lives to its pages, searching for secrets that remain undiscovered. But what if there is one final code, a secret that has never been fully revealed, hidden within the scriptures, waiting for the right moment to be deciphered? And what if this code holds the key to understanding humanity's future and the fate of those who have yet to recognize the signs? History has shown us that many prophecies have already been fulfilled with chilling precision. Events described in remarkable detail thousands of years ago are now unfolding before our very eyes. But one thing remains shrouded in mystery. The final code, the missing piece of the puzzle that could once and for all unveil the hidden plan behind global events. Some believe this code is tied to the mark mentioned in the book of Revelation, while others suggest that it reveals the true purpose of the events yet to come. Many rabbis and Kabbalistic scholars claim that the Bible contains encoded messages that only those with specific knowledge can interpret. Some of these messages speak of a moment of separation, where those who understand the signs will be guided to the truth, while those who ignore them will remain blind until it is too late. Could it be that this final code is already in front of us, but we simply cannot see it? The truth is that throughout history, many discoveries have been hidden or distorted to prevent the masses from understanding their real significance. What would happen if this final code were revealed? Would the world be ready to comprehend its message? Or would those in possession of this knowledge try to silence it, just as before? Time is running out, and the clues are right in front of us. The only question that remains is, are we ready to uncover the truth before it is too late? What is the Bible really trying to tell us? If history has taught us anything, it is that nothing happens by chance. From the earliest sacred records to the most recent discoveries about the Bible's hidden codes, there is a connecting thread that ties all these mysteries together. The scriptures have never been just an ordinary book. They are a map, a guide for those who seek to understand what is truly happening around us. But the real question is, are we ready to see it? With each new discovery, we realize that there are more hidden layers than we ever imagined. Biblical mysteries are not just stories of the past, they are living messages, echoing in the present and pointing toward the future. When the ancient prophets spoke of signs and warnings, they knew that a time would come when the truth would be in plain sight, yet only a few would recognize it. That time may be now. What was once hidden will one day be revealed. But the most important question remains, what will we do with this knowledge? Will we ignore the signs and continue living as if nothing is happening? Or will we have the courage to seek the truth, even if it leads us down paths we never imagined walking? The answer lies within each of us. Time is running out, and perhaps this is our last chance to understand what the Bible is truly trying to tell us.